Hello everybody, welcome to Dave's Skillet. Today's menu item, potato soup, loaded. It's going to be good. It's going to be the bomb. I put some diced carrots in here, one medium carrot diced, 2 tablespoons of butter, the real deal. Turn that heat on. We're going to use 4 ounces, am I getting that in there? Sour cream. You can use whatever brand you like. I use Kroger's, but you can use Philadelphia, that's fine. 4 ounces. Chicken broth, 2 cups of milk, chives chopped, cracked black pepper, and kosher salt. Kosher salt's just a pinch, not a whole lot. We don't want to overdo the salt. Now, I'm using 32 ounces of the chicken broth. Right now I've got the potatoes, have been having the potatoes soak in the broth, pick up some extra flavor. Half a cup of flour will be added. I'll go ahead and add the potatoes now. Drain them out of the broth. I will add this broth, I'm not going to throw it away. I've already washed the potatoes of their starch before I added the broth to them. That's important. You don't want to do it before you've rinsed them. That would not work. So, been having a lot of people asking for the potato soup, so this is a request item. You can request, just type it in the comments. This wasn't a comment, this was in person, so I'm going to go ahead and make it. I kind of crave it myself a bit, to be honest. The temperatures are starting to close into winter, so these are my winter soups that I'm going to be making first. I've already got the 3 bean soup on my menu list, so there we go. Go ahead and I'll add that later. We'll be right back as soon as this starts to get cooked up a bit. I've also added half of a medium yellow onion, and as soon as that's a bit translucent, I can start adding the other ingredients. It's almost there. Add that now, I suppose. I'm going to add the flour and get that incorporated. You don't want to see any flour bits. You want to get it all mixed in real good, no lumps. And then I'll add the liquid. Now I've let the potatoes soak for about an hour in the chicken broth. That's about right. Now we're going ahead and add the broth to the mix. Stir. This is one of those soups where you're going to have to stir it a lot, because if you don't, it's going to stick to the bottom because of the potatoes and the starches. And if you smell it burning, start stirring. We're going to add the rest of the broth. I got this at the Dollar Tree, this broth. I like it because it says no added MSG and it's gluten free. So if you need gluten free, that's a good choice. Now I got to do this for probably about an hour. I'm going to go ahead and put it on timer. And you just set your timer, that way you don't forget. And when that goes off, then I'm going to add 2 cups of whole milk. You can use 2%. You can even use cream. which is okay. Use heavy cream. 2 cups of it. That'll be fine. Instead of the heavy cream for myself, I'm going to go ahead and use cream cheese. I think that's going to be a better choice. I get a better flavor out of it anyway. If I said sour cream, I meant to say cream cheese. Sorry about that. Anyway, and cracked pepper. I'm going to use just a little bit of it, because I'm not going to add the rest of those until after I put the milk in. So we'll let that go, and I'll just be stirring it, and I'll move the time travel thing ahead for you. Okay, it's time to add the milk. Pour that in. Give that a stir. Go ahead and add my cream to it. It's time for that. Yeah, that's gooey. It's not really cooperating too well. I'll get it in there, bit by bit. Add the spice to it and the chives. Spice is just the pepper and a pinch of kosher salt with the chive. That's it. It's not going to take anything else. If you want to add more salt, do it after the soup is done, because you can always add, but you can never take away. Put some spring onions in there. I'm going to save some of these for the end for dressing. As soon as that's done, I'm going to go ahead and add my cheese. I'm going to put about 2 cups of cheese in it. I've got 2% Mexican 4 cheese I'm going to add to this. This is almost done, really. It is smelling really nice. And I got a special ingredient that I'm going to add to it. Gotta have it. Just not the same without it. Good old bacon. Yeah. Everybody's going to be grinning right about now, I think. So I'm going going to go ahead and chop up 3 of these. I'm going to leave one in reserve to dress it with. Some add the bacon grease to it. You can do that. I don't, because I don't like it too greasy like that, and it's too salty then for me. And my doctor won't like it if I do that, so I'll not do that. And goes the bacon. It smells good too. And you need less salt, so if you are going to add salt to it, you might hold off until after you put the bacon in and do a test, taste it, and see, okay, where are you with it? You might find that you don't actually need salt. So do be careful with that. It takes a while for the cream cheese to melt, but once it gets there, that's when it's done. So just look for the big lumps. You see the big white lumps, just keep stirring, because you want them to melt into the soup. I kind of mash them a bit to help it along, and then scrape it off the sides up where I mashed it, so it don't just stick there and stay there. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to take a tester, see where I'm at. Probably could do a little bit of salt in it. So I'm going to add a bit of salt. Not a lot. A couple pinches of it. That's it. And that's what I'm using, is the kosher salt. If you don't like kosher salt, you can substitute it with sea salt. Whatever your preference is. Put some Himalayan pink salt in there. It's not going to matter. Whatever your taste is. A little bit. It is almost done. Add one more pinch. That's it. I don't add any more. I put the temperature on low because I don't want it to burn the soup. And it's nice and thick and creamy rich. So we're going to leave it like that. And the cream is starting to blend finally. Got this one last lump in here. I'm going to mash that one and make it blend a little bit quicker. There we go. I don't see any other lumpy bits except for the potato itself. There's some lumpy potato bits, which is what I wanted. That was the recipe I'm going for. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just turn this off, cover it, but leave it cracked open partially for about 10 minutes, just so it'll finished cooking. I turn the heat off of it. I wish it was gas and not electric when I make the soups like this. We'll be right back. Okay, I think it's time to ladle some soup out of here. Let's see what we got. I think I'll get that closer so I don't make a mess. That's neat. That's enough. And I'll dress it with some of the spring onion. And a bit of bacon. Oh yeah. And this is what it looks like. It's the only camera I have, so I have to do it this way. It's a bit awkward for me, but here we go. Get my spoon out. Oh yeah. That is good. That is definitely the bomb. Enjoy and bon appetit, my friends.